Hello, good evening.
Hey, teacher, how are you?
Very well. What about you?
Nice. Relax at my home.
That's very good. Okay, let's wait just 2 or 3 more minutes so we can start, okay?
Okay.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the class. It's nice to see you again. And we're going to start by checking the platform. So this is the class of tonight. And this is the homework of tonight. So remember that when you enter something in the boxes, we need to be very careful about the symbols, the spaces, the period at the end, and then just checking into that one, okay? So it's going to be very easy. As I was saying, it's similar to the one that we did yesterday. So we just need to enter that one. Remember that this weekend, we have to finish all the platform. That is very important, okay? And let's check the attendance so we can move on. Also remember about the survey. That is something that we're going to do on Monday. So, Christian Alexander Arevalo Delgado. Daniel Antonio Luna.
Present, teacher.
Good. Daniel Arquímedes Florentino García.
Present.
Good. Erika Yasmin Martínez Carpio.
Present.
Good. Fátima Denise Aguilar Márquez. Germán Alexander Durán Linares. Héctor Francisco Morales Rico.
Present, teacher.
Good. Iván Petrovich Guzmán Aquino.
Present.
Good. Jamie Raquel Escobar Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Holman Saúl Girón Sánchez. José Alberto Baños Hernández.
Present, teacher.
Good. Carla Lorena Leiva Contreras. Kenia Cecilia Ruiz Morán.
Present.
Good. Lucy Natalie Juárez Hernández.
Right here.
Good. Manuel Antonio Escamilla Jurado. Nelson Antonio Rodas Rosales.
Present.
Good. Osvin Alexis Flores Hernández.
Present.
Good. Samantha Marisol Campos Flamenco.
Present.
Good. Zulma Janet Ramírez Ábalos. Vanessa Noemí
Present.
Reyes. Okay. Vanessa Noemí Reyes Lemus. David Alexander Rodríguez Sánchez.
Present, teacher.
Good, perfect. All right, we're going to start the class with a video. We have been watching some videos, and well, these recent days we haven't seen any videos. So, as usual, I'm sorry.
I'm here.
Okay,
Sorry.
very good. Very nice. I'm gonna check it out. Let's see, here you are. Nice, good. All right, so as usual, we're gonna check the video. I put on the captions, the closed captions, so you can check the words, and we're going to comment at the end. All right, so here we go.
When I was 6, I started going to work with my grandmother on Friday nights. I'd sit there quietly on a stool, watching her and her colleagues. They sat there shoulder to shoulder. Some would fold things, others would add to the pot. Most were smoking, all were gambling. My grandmother was a professional card player, and she brought me to her card game because I was her good luck charm. What I learned at an early age is that jobs came in all shapes and sizes. At 9, I started working in our family restaurant, Joe's Drive-In, which was neither owned by Joe nor a drive-in. But I worked 3 shifts a week there, prepping, cleaning, frying, baking, all alongside 3 generations of my family. There, I learned that work was a very social experience. Now, you may be wondering about the legality of gambling and child labor. Well, this was Louisiana in the 1970s, so I think it was okay. At 12, I went legit. I thought I was going to be a podiatrist. Don't ask me why. We all have wacky reasons as to why we choose the careers we choose, but I thought I was going to be a podiatrist until that summer. I went to the pool and I saw grown-ups' feet for the first time in real, bold, big life. After that, podiatry, thoughts of podiatry were parts of my past. I went to school for 10 years to become a psychologist. How did I end up there? Well, I always wanted to make people happy. And there was this summer where I binge-watched old Bob Newhart episodes. And I thought that was a great career. That's a great career for me. And I became a psychologist after 10 quick years of college. I got out and I was studying what was right with people. So I became a positive psychologist studying what was right with people. And today I want to talk about the emotional fruits of labor. The emotional fruits of labor. I want to talk about what life gives you when you love your job. And since I've been researching this, I have lived differently. I work differently. And I hope the same happens for you. Now, even though I look for people who love their jobs all the time, I meet people who don't like their jobs quite often. In fact, they have this uncanny ability to find me and sit next to me on long flights. And I learn a lot about the jobs they hate. Now, the reason I think these people talk so much about the jobs they hate is because they're in pain. They're in pain. I know. I've been a job hater. I've been in that pain. You spend a third of your life going to a job that makes you miserable. Going to a job that makes you miserable. And you don't get to do what you do best. You don't get to shine. You don't get praise and recognition. And you work for this boss that you secretly call a soul-sucking happiness vampire. I hope she's not here. And it just drains you. But I also meet a whole lot of people that love their jobs. The first person I ever knew who loved his job was my Uncle Ray. Uncle Ray was just this fascinating enigma to me. He would swoop into our little town of New Iberia, Louisiana, and just change my life. My life would go from black and white to color when Uncle Ray was in town. And he just had this way about him. While other people were talking about jobs they hated and clearing my grandmother's living room, Uncle Ray would captivate us with talk of the travel agent job he loved. So let me tell you a little bit about his job. He started in the travel industry in a job that wasn't all that exotic, it wasn't all that adventurous. He was a customer service agent at a regional airline. A customer service agent at a regional airline. And he didn't get to travel as much as he had hoped. But what he did get was just a ton of experience and a ton of opportunity. And he had one manager that changed his life. The manager said to him, "Ray, you're a people soother. You calm people down." My Uncle Ray built a career and a life out of that one talent, being a people soother. When the national airlines shut down, he moved to California, doubled down on his commitment to the travel industry, doubled down on his commitment to what he did best. And while working in an orchard, sought out his next job in travel. He was recruited by the owner of a travel agency, Miss Segali. And Miss Segali recognized Uncle Ray's potential to put people at ease. Ray quickly learned the business. He had no experience planning trips, but he quickly learned the business, and he carved the job into something that was uniquely his. He shaped it little by little, and it became his job. And he would turn hassles of travel into plans for a dream trip. And customers flocked to him. In just a little bit of time, he became one of the top grossing agents at the firm. And then after 10 years, he was one of the top grossing agents in the country. And he was also named vice president of Segali Travel. I tell you this story about Uncle Ray because he inspired me. He inspired me to look at life as if there was potential, to look at life as if I could make a difference. I could work on my job. I could change my job into something that really meant something to me, that's something that really mattered to me. Now, I believe the best career advice comes from the Rays of the world. And these people really do exist. These people who love their jobs, they really do exist. They pop out of bed in the morning, energized, ready to go. They come home at night still full of energy, ready to share it with their families. These people do exist. They're not mythical creatures like unicorns or jayhawks or Democrats in Western Kansas. They're real. They really do exist. And I want to tell you about the work I've been doing to find these people and discover their secrets. In the last 3 years, I've been working with a huge data set of 8,500 working Americans and trying to figure out exactly how many people in America love their jobs. How many people are having a love affair with their jobs? What do you think? What percentage? You're all wrong. 13%. 13% of people are having a love affair with their jobs. They are uniquely engaged. They are uniquely passionate about what they do. 87% of people are not. 87% of people are not. Who are these people? Who are these people? These are real people. These are artists. These are accountants, teachers, preachers, soldiers, mechanics. These are real people. And they don't have special degrees from special universities. They don't have beautiful, perfect resumes. They're people like you and me. So even I can love my job. Even you can love your job. Now, in researching these people, I started conducting interviews because the data was strong, but I needed data with a soul. So I started asking people about their jobs and getting the stories from them and learning more and more and more each and every day. I've interviewed hundreds of these folks. And I've learned two things. Two things have emerged from their stories of loving their jobs. Number one, people who love their jobs have great lives. They have great lives. They're off the charts in well-being. They're at the height of happiness. And loving your job is almost an antidote to human suffering. It's almost an antidote to human suffering. When I found that, it just blew me away. That people who love their jobs are thriving, not struggling, not suffering. So the first secret of people who love their jobs is that happiness depends on the goodness of your jobs. Happiness depends on the goodness of your job. Second, what I found was that these people did not land those jobs they loved. They slowly created those jobs. They designed and built those jobs out of ordinary positions. They just did editing, nudging, and with a lot of effort, turned a reasonably good job into one they could love. So the second secret of people who love their jobs is that love-worthy jobs are made, not found. Love-worthy jobs are made, not found. Now, there's a whole science about loving things, having an affinity for things you make versus things you find. I'm not going to bore you with that. I want to tell you one story, though, that backs up this research. It's a story, an old story, about a motivational psychologist named Ernest Dichter. Ernest Dichter was hired by a company because this new time-saving product wasn't selling as well as they thought it would sell. Brand new time-saving product called the cake mix. The cake mix came into vogue in the 1940s and 50s. And it was selling well, and then the sales flattened. Get it? Cake sales flattened? I do enjoy myself. And then cake sales flattened, and then after a while, the companies asked Ernest Dichter, what's up with these cake sales? Why aren't they continuing to grow as we thought? Well, what Ernest did was he interviewed housewives, who were the primary purchasers of cake mixes at the time. And he asked these housewives, why don't you buy more cake mix? And the answer was very interesting. The answer was that it was too easy. These are not my cakes. When I make a cake mix cake, it's not homemade. It's not made by me, it's not made with love. So Ernest went back to the drawing board. He said, okay, all you have to do is pour the contents in the bowl. You have to add water. You mix. You pour the contents into the pan. You pop it in the oven and bake it. What could we change about that process that would invite more mothers to feel like they made something rather than found something? And what was his conclusion? Add an egg. Add an egg. So now, for the last 50 years, we've been adding eggs to our cake mix. Every time we make a cake out of a box, we have to add 1 or 2 eggs, not because they couldn't add egg powder, which they had in the mix prior, but because we need to make things. We have a drive to make things. We also have a drive to have ownership and autonomy. So I'll ask you a quick question. By clapping, tell me if you've ever rented a car. Clap. Thank you. Okay, now tell me by clapping if you've ever washed a rental car. All right, so we have these lovely people who have rented cars, and no one, not a single person in this room, has ever washed a rental car. Why don't you wash a rental car? You don't own it. It's not yours. Somebody else will take care of it. I already paid for that. Someone else will do it in my stead. That's a renter's approach. And if we have a renter's approach to our jobs, we'll never love our jobs. If we don't make our jobs our own, we'll never take care of them in a way that we can love them. Now's the part of the talk where I'm supposed to inspire you, okay? I'm supposed to tell you this story about how I left my job as a tenured professor to make a bigger difference in people's lives. Wait, I still lose my breath when I say that. Okay, I left my job as a tenured professor to make a bigger difference in people's lives. And it's a great story, but we just don't have time. All right? I should tell you about Joseph Campbell and quote him, this wonderful quote, "Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors where there are only walls." That's a great quote. I should cite Steve Jobs in his Stanford commencement speech. Find what you love. Find what you love. But I'm not going to quote either of those guys, okay? Because what people who love their jobs tell us is that that advice, while popular, is misleading. It's misleading. So take the Confucian saying, Choose a job you love and you will never work a day in your life. Sounds like something that an unemployed philosopher would say. Okay? Choose a job you love. Choose a job you love. It makes it sound like they're just showrooms full of jobs that you would love, and all you have to do is walk in and pick that job, and your life will be much better. But what we know from people who love their jobs is that they take this job that's pretty good and they turn it into something amazing. There's also this wildly popular saying, follow your passion. Follow your passion. That is the most dangerous career advice we could ever give anybody. Follow your passion. There was a study done on people's passions, and they asked people to name the things that make their heart pound. And only 5% of people could name things related to work. 5% could name their passions. But you're supposed to follow your passion to the promised land. But that's just not happening. What people who love their jobs say is that they are full of zest and zeal and passion, but they created it. They created it on the job. All right? So what does that leave us with? What kind of career advice does that give us? Well, people who love their job say, you will not land the perfect job. You will perfect the good job you have. You will perfect the good job you have. And that's the advice I want you to hear. And you do that by designing your life. You do that by designing everything about your life so that your job comes to life and the rest of your life is made better. Now, there are 5 life design strategies I want to share with you. The first one is test drive the future. Test drive the future. Second one, trust your gut. Third one, play to your strengths. Fourth, craft your job. And fifth, shop for the right boss, which is my favorite one. We'll come back to that one. Test drive your future. You have to get to know your future self so that you can make choices and changes at your job today. You have to do that. And my friend, he's CEO of a fundraising consulting firm. His name is Patrick Alterdice. He legislates dream time at his office. 30 minutes a week of dream time is mandatory for all of his employees. So he came up with this dream program because he said after people graduate from college, they stop dreaming. So he instituted a dream program whereby you have to commit to your dreams in public, share them with all of your colleagues. Then you consult with a dream manager at work. That's a real job, okay? And then you spend 30 minutes every Friday morning working on your dreams. And they don't have to be related to work, all right? And guess what? It's working. People are pursuing their passions. Patrick just came back from Nepal, which was part of his dreaming that he engaged in. And other people are pursuing their passions. They're becoming debt-free. They're going back to school. They're starting families. They're doing amazing things, all because of dream time. They've changed their jobs and they've changed their lives. And it's boosted engagement, productivity, and well-being at work. Now, the second one is trust your gut. Now, trust your gut can be used when you're first interviewing for a job. And hopefully, when you go into a setting, you're certainly just sensitive to the reactions of the other people in the workplace. But I want you to think about what people who love their jobs said to me. They said that they are surrounded by caring coworkers. Almost every one of these people said they were surrounded by caring coworkers. When I inquired, it came to my realization that didn't happen by accident. What they did was they slowly stopped hanging out with the people they didn't care about and started hanging out more with the people that cared about them. It's a spend versus send strategy that they used, and you can use it at work tomorrow. Spend more face-to-face time with the people.
Okay, we're going to stop it because it's too long. But anyways, tell me, what did you get from the video? If you want to finish watching the video, you can click on the link on the book. You're going to find all the videos there. And what is your opinion? What are your comments on the video?
He says is the people loves his job, is the people is happy because the job is not a job is someone who in my case I love my job because I don't see as a job, I see as activity as like it. I like it in for that activity the company pay me.
Very good. So that probably is not very common here in El Salvador, right? That you have a job that you love. I mean,
Yeah, it's very complicated because the most of people say I don't like my job. I go for necessity. How say necesidad?
yeah, for necessity.
Necessity. I go for necessity. I need change my job. I need a better job. And all people continuously is como quejándose del trabajo que tenemos.
Complaining, yeah.
Complaints, exactly, yes.
Yeah, it's very true. I believe that that happens in all Latin America. In all Latin America, maybe 90% of people, they don't like their job. It's like, oh my goodness, it's Monday. I hate Mondays, right? It's difficult, I mean, to wake up and, I mean, I believe that nobody says, I want to go to my job, right? But anyways, if you love your job, you are happy there. I mean, you are helping people, managing things. So that is good. That's good. Not very common, as we say, at least in Latin. Maybe in other countries, maybe it's true. But I mean, not for everybody. Any other comments or opinion?
Teacher,
Yes.
why do people work? Sometimes because it's necessary get money. It's necessary goal for the goal. But the video talk about why the people abandona, ¿cómo se diría? Left.
Leave.
Leave the work because the people don't love the work. Maybe sometimes it's continuous process. It's continuous process. Monday you wake up early in the traffic, but not necessarily because not love the work, because into the work do not have the condition for love, for really love the work. The video talk about is necessary love, but love is ¿cómo se diría su but this is the idea, teacher.
Okay, that is true. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we don't love our family, so sometimes it's difficult to love the job. But I mean, when you have, I believe that there are different layers, in your life. So for first of all, you need to be happy with you. That is very, and you need to also know what you are capable to do, know what you can, what you are able to do. I mean, that is the first thing. Then you have to be happy with the ones that are around you, right? And then when you are stable, of course, you would be able to look for a job that is good. Sometimes also people, they do not see that, for example, their job is a very good thing. For example, I had a friend, he was always saying, oh, this job is not good, this company here. And I mean, yes, there were some situations that were kind of difficult, but it's part of the job, right? And then one day he says, I'm going to quit. I will resign. I hate this place. And he went to the human resources office and he quit. Like a year after that happened, I met him on the street and said, hey, hello, how are you? And he says, do you know if they are hiring people? I want to come back, but I don't know if it's possible. I mean, but he was there, right?
Mm.
So, and probably he went to other jobs that were worse in many other situations, in many other things. And then, only then, he realized that that job was not that bad. I mean, yeah, has situations, all the companies, all the jobs have certain situations. There is nothing perfect. But, I mean, you need to do your best and try to solve those little issues that make the job not that perfect, right? So it's difficult. Of course, it's difficult, but we need to figure it out. For example, me, myself, I really love to teach, and that's why I'm here. I mean, I don't know if I told you, but I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, so I go to San Salvador and I run so I can be here on time and teach the class because I really like to meet people, to help them checking their dreams, their objectives. So that is a very important part. And I really enjoy. Sometimes I'm very tired, but anyways, I'm here. So if you have your job, take advantage of that. So it's very important. Remember that actually we're going to discuss that later on, not today, but this week. Motivate others and motivate myself. Two different things, and both are very difficult. Any other comments on the video?
I think the video is very focused on the loved our job, but in a country like our country, where there are very few job offers and many people without work, most of them have to take the job that gives them something or something that they need to live. And we see many engineers, teachers, I don't know, carrying phones or making hamburgers because it's the offers or the job offers is very limited. But I don't know. I can't say that we don't have the job we love, but I guess we can learn to enjoy it.
Very good. Actually, you are very right. That is exactly what happens in Latin America, right? A lot of people with no jobs, just a few jobs. And the problem is that some companies, not all the companies, but some companies, they take advantage of that one. They offer low salaries and a lot of tasks to do. Sometimes you have to work. I remember that I met somebody that she used to work from Monday to Sunday. Imagine that. No rest day. I mean, that's crazy, right? You work to live. You don't live to work. So, and those little things cause damage in our lives, in everybody. So, and you take the job that is there available, and that's it. So, it is difficult. Yeah, Latin America is difficult, but there is the opportunity to change. I believe that is another thing. I mean, you are there in a job that you don't like, learn something. For example, you are learning here English, and some of you probably you are learning because you want to get another position or to move to a different company, things like that. So the worst that you can do is to stay there and not moving on, right? And English, my friends, opens A lot of those, more, even more than the career, because for example, for me, I have my career, and in my experience, English has helped me more than my career. My career is good. English is the key of success. So please continue coming to the classes. Please continue checking some things, and you are going to achieve your dreams. I'm very sure. Good, good. Any other comments on the video? Okay, so let's go back to the book, Building Vocabulary. So this is something for you. Says use your dictionary to find the definitions of the terms extrinsic and intrinsic, and then classify the incentives in the box below in the correct category. So it's intrinsic or extrinsic. And we have different incentives: meaningful work, business, health insurance, healthy relationship, vacations, promotions, progress and training, praise and feedback, participation, decision-making, recognition, and fun. So I will give you a few minutes for you to finish the exercise, and then we are going to check what is every of those incentives, what is the meaning, and if it's intrinsic or extrinsic. So I will give you a few minutes for that one. I will be here if you have questions.
Que menos hace trabajo.
Okay, so let's check. Meaningful work. What is the meaning of that? What do you understand as meaningful work?
It's a tax the people the people it's important for him.
Okay, very good. So yeah, meaningful work is something like that. When you are in your work and when you feel that you are helping, that you are doing something that is important, right? So that is meaningful work. Before we continue, what do you understand as intrinsic reward?
Intrinsic rewards is how do you explain? It's activity when the employees they feel a good excellent good environment. What is the word? Se sienten con propósito.
With a purpose.
With a purpose. It's environment cool.
Mhm. And what is extrinsic reward then?
Extrinsic rewards is a benefits. For example, the employees win a bonus, salaries, vacations. Is things tangibles? How do you say tangibles?
Tangible.
Tangible, things tangibles.
Okay. Very good, perfect. Thank you very much. Anybody else wants to say what is the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic? What do you think?
For me, teacher, intrinsic is something that is inside of you, and extrinsic is something that about that environment makes you feel.
Very good. That is actually the difference, right? Intrinsic comes from the inside, and the extrinsic comes from the outside. Something that, as Erica said, is from the environment. Somebody external is giving to you. So now the question is, meaningful work, is that an intrinsic reward or an extrinsic reward? What do you think? In your opinion, is that intrinsic or extrinsic?
Intrinsic.
Intrinsic, very well. Yeah, because when you feel that your work is important, it's something inside of you, right? You feel that everything is going well. Good. Bonuses. What is a bonus?
I'm sorry, teacher, just to understand, meaningful work is kind of empowerment.
Yeah, it's like when you feel that the activities that you do are important for the company and is causing a change in the environment, things like that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So bonuses, what is a bonus?
Extrinsic.
That is extrinsic, definitely. And yes, I mean, when they give you a little money, an extra money, you feel motivated, right? Yeah, for some people, actually, that is the most important motivation. And it's actually important, right? So, yeah, it's an extrinsic because the boss is giving you or the company is giving you something because you achieved anything. Good. Health insurance. What do you understand as health insurance? This is easy to explain, I guess.
When the company have, for example, pay a policy, I don't know how it is in English, and you
Policy.
have insurance the health of the colleagues. For
Very good.
example, to to get all the service health.
Okay. Definitely. It's when you are sick and you don't have to go to ISSS, right? You can go to a private clinic where you don't have to, I mean, you don't have to do long quotes and you don't have to queues, you don't have to spend all the afternoon there. Very fast and very accurate. So, and you don't pay for all of it. The most common is 80% in El Salvador, but some companies have different things. So is that intrinsic or extrinsic?
I think so. Extrinsic rewards.
Very good, extrinsic. Yeah, because it's something that the company is giving you, right? Nice. Healthy relationships. What do you understand as healthy relationships?
Uh, it's like a relation with a coworker is good.
Very good. Is when the relationship that you have with all the peers or the co-workers is nice, no problems at all. All right, is that intrinsic or extrinsic?
Intrinsic.
Intrinsic. Very
Intrinsic.
nice. Vacations, we know what is vacation. Is that intrinsic or extrinsic?
Intrinsic.
I'm sorry?
It's difficult answers. Vacation is relaxed, funny, is necessary for the mind. Yeah.
Okay, but it's something that is inside of you or it comes from the outside?
It's extrinsic.
Extrinsic. That is correct. That is extrinsic. Because, I mean, you are going to be paid, but you don't have to work. And they give you a little bit more, right? So I guess it's like 30% of your salary. So, I mean, that is good, right? That is good. Nice. Promotions. What is a promotion? What do you understand as promotion?
When you grow up in your work or grow.
Very good. When you grow within the company, right? So it's very interesting that expression. In some interviews, some people they say grow up, but it's not grow up, it's grow within. So when you are going to, when you need or want to apply to other position in the company, if you go to an interview, please say grow within the company. I want to grow within the company. Okay, that is a very important. And it's that one, right? So you are a team leader, you want to become a manager, then you want to become I don't know, president or something. So is something very, very important. Very good. Is that intrinsic or extrinsic?
Extrinsic.
Extrinsic, yeah, I believe it's extrinsic since you are going to have something from that side. Progress and training, is that intrinsic or extrinsic?
Extrinsic.
Extrinsic. Yeah, right, because if you go to training and you feel that you are knowing something that is interesting or something new, well, for your job, it's going to be a good thing. The other one says praise and feedback. Do you remember what is praise?
When some people say something good About you.
Very good.
Is word the give the other person words the motivators. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like that one. So when other people, they say a lot of good things about you and you feel like that you are very nice. So praise and feedback, is that intrinsic or extrinsic?
Intrinsic.
Intrinsic. Very good. The other one says participation in the decision making. What do you think? Is that intrinsic or extrinsic?
Intrinsic.
Intrinsic, because you feel something when the people, they consider you good. Recognition and fun.
Intrinsic.
Intrinsic, that is intrinsic, because you feel recognized, right? So that is very good. Do you have any questions on this exercise?
Yes, only for be sure. Intrinsic reward is intangible and extrinsic is tangible.
Not exactly like that. So intrinsic is something that you feel from the inside. So, for example, when somebody says to you, you are a very good student, your pronunciation is very nice, and things like that, right? And you are motivated to learn English because you feel something. It's like something that comes from inside of you. The extrinsic is a reward, is like a motivational thing that comes from things or from the environment. So, for example, I don't know, if I say to you, if you continue learning English, you are going to have a trip to New York, for example. So that is a motivation because somebody is giving you something. So something like that stuff.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, so let's go to the next exercise, building vocabulary with the following theories of employee motivations. So I'm going to read and you are going to check the pronunciation. Then you are going to read and then we're going to check vocabulary, okay? So it's something like this. Whenever you read, remember that you are going to try to read as imagine that you are telling a story. Okay, I mean, it's very important that the intonation when you read is something very important. Also, the punctuation, the pauses and things that are very important. Okay, so here we go. Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor's theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by a sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Autism theory is Z. It focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees. Do you have any pronunciation question?
In the first paragraphs, assumes, right?
Assumes.
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 Assumes. Okay.
Any other pronunciation questions?
In the theory X, this that employees are
Solely.
solely. Okay, thank you.
Any other pronunciation questions?
In the altruist theory 3 is, and the last part is moral and satisfaction, or morally, I don't know.
Yeah, it's moral.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, so let's read then, right? We're going to read all the paragraph and let's see how it goes. Let's start with Jose Alberto.
Okay, teacher. Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor's theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by a sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Auchi's theory, right?
Yeah.
Auchi's theory C. It focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, but both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs as extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Erica, Jasmine.
Okay, it says scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor theory X and theory Y says, okay, theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Auchi's theory Z, it focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job, okay? It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
All right, very good, thank you. Ivan Petrovich.
Okay. Science management theory is assumes I choose people are already motivated and willing to constantly work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis on quality and amount of work. McGregor, theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by a sustainable income. Sustainable, thank you. Sustainable income. Theory G is assumptions that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Ouchi theory is
Z.
Z it focuses on motivated employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, but on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfactions. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivated, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Let's see, now it's gonna be Daniel Archimedes.
Okay. Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor's theory Y, X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimist assumption that employees are solely motivated by sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct rewards. Ouchi's theory Z focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being the employee both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs. Extrinsic and intrinsic factors is an effort to motivate employees.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Holman Saul.
Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated, willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor theory X and theory Y.
Why?
Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated via sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Osh's theory Z. It focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, but on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, moral and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good. Thank you very much. Now, Jamie, Raquel.
Okay. Scientific management theory. This assumes people already motivate and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by a sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Auschwitz theory C. It focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good. Thank you. So, next one is Daniel Antonio Luna.
Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor's theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimist assumption that employees are solely motivated by a sustainable income. Theory G is the assumption. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for not direct reward. Auschwitz theory C focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employees both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good. Perfect. Thank you. So, next one is going to be Carla Lorena. Not possible. Herman Alexander. Not possible either. David Alexander.
Hi, teacher.
Yes, it's your turn to read.
Okay. Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more efficiently.
Effectively.
Effectively, payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor's theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by sustainable income. Sustainable income. Cherry J is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Ounce theory theater. If focus on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and of the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. Morales and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, intrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good. Thank you. Hector Francisco.
Pardon, I'm sorry. Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Ouchi's Theory Z. It focuses on motivating employees through the stale employment and the well-being of the employee, but on and off the job is promote high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of need, extrinsic and intrinsic factor in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good. Thank you very much. Let's see Sulma Janet.
Okay. Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by a sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Ouchi's Theory C. It focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Osbin Alexis. Not possible. Kenya Cecilia.
Hi.
Oh.
Okay, specific management theory is assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work hard and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of the quality and basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor theory X and theory Y. The theory X is pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Oshi theory C is focused on motivating employees through a stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both and of the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good, thank you. Let's see Samantha Marisol.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are solely motivated by a sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Oshi's theory C is focuses on motivating employees through a stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, strengths, and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Let's see Fatima.
Well, scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimist assumption that employees are solely motivated by a sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Auchi's theory C is focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Vanessa, Noemi.
Okay. Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor's theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are slightly motivated by a sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Ausch's theory Z. It focuses on motivated employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, go ahead.
These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Lucy, Natalie.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
Scientific management theory. It assumes people are already motivated and willing to continually work harder and more effectively. Payment is done on the basis of quality and amount of work. McGregor theory X and theory Y. Theory X is a pessimistic assumption that employees are thoroughly motivated by a sustainable income. Theory Y is the assumption that employees are motivated and work for no direct reward. Ausch's theory Z. It focuses on motivating employees through stable employment and the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. It promotes high productivity, morale, and satisfaction. These theories are helpful to understand management and motivation, but most managers will employ a combination of needs, extrinsic and intrinsic factors in an effort to motivate employees.
Thank you very much. Very good. Manuel Escamilla, is it possible for you? Okay, very good. So very nice. Let's check about the vocabulary. What is a theory? How do you explain the word theory?
It's like a idea.
Okay. Yeah, it's like an idea that you analyze, that you are studying, and you believe that this is why something is happening. What is to assume? Okay, to assume is like when you believe something is happening or is going to happen, but you're not sure. You believe, right? Let's see. Do you remember what is willing?
When you are available to do something.
Very good. When you are available to do something, right? Nice. Let's see. What is something pessimistic?
When you are negative to do something and all your thoughts are negative and your mood, all that you make is negative. So the result is negative.
Okay, yeah, pessimistic is something like that one, right? So when you believe that the worst can happen, only the worst, not good things, only bad things. Nice. So lightly. Anybody knows what is that? Okay, that is like alone. Only that one. So in this case, it's like employees are motivated only by something like that. What is sustainable? Okay, sustainable is something that is like stable. The trend is fine. It's something that is not changing that much. Income. What is income?
When you receive something, in this case, I think it's like the money that you receive.
Very good. So when you receive some money because of something, right? Good. And let's see, what is our reward?
It's a price.
It's something like a price. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's something like a price. Something like because if you did something, you are going to receive something, right? Something like that. What is well-being? Okay, the well-being is like when somebody feels fine, complete, when you have all the resources there. So that is the well-being. And it says both on and off the job. Do you understand what is here on and off the job?
I didn't understand.
Okay, so this means that you feel fine, speaking about well-being, you feel well inside the job and outside the job, in and outside, so on and off the job. What is morale? Okay, for example, when you say I have a high morale, it means that I'm very motivated, that I believe that I can do many things. So that is the morale. Okay, I don't see any other word. Do you have any questions here? Okay, so it's very interesting what it says. I don't know if you have read. It says scientific management theory. So in this theory, that theory assumes that it believes that you are motivated. Yeah, you are already motivated, that you want to work, that you really want to go to work and do something. So that is the theory. Anybody feels like identify with the theory of scientific management? That you are motivated just because you want to work. Okay. Well, I believe that maybe not at this time, but in the future, I mean, I see that elderly people, they don't want to retire, right? I mean, even in countries where they have savings and they can live their lives, sometimes, not always, sometimes they want to continue working. And it's because of this. They want to feel that they are doing something nice for the world, for the company, for their lives. So it's something like that, something like that. The other one is also very interesting. So there are 2 points of view. The theory X is that people are motivated only because of the money. Money is the most important. I mean, I don't care about other things, but money is the most important part here. And the other one is the theory Y, that you are motivated because of the work, but you don't need the money. I mean, if I have something to do, I'm happy. So they are opposite. And on the other one, in the theory is Z, it's like being stable, have a nice job, and that you feel very good in the job and outside the job. So that is the theory is Z, that you, I mean, you are looking to feel nice. You are looking to live well, and that's it. So it's very interesting, all the points of view. I believe that sometimes you will feel connection with one or other theory, but that might change to time. So it's a very interesting point. Do you have any questions or opinions on this? Okay, so we're going to check this exercise. Let me see. You have been assigned the management and leadership of a group of new recruits for a sales department. Their previous manager labeled them as lazy and unmotivated. Identify the possible needs of the team and create a list of motivational factors that could help them achieve better results. So we're going to do this exercise. I'm going to send you the exercise to the chat, and we're going to go to breakout rooms so we can check into that one, okay? So you are going to, I'm going to read that again. It says, you have been assigned the management and leadership of a group of new recruits, so new people, for a sales department. That is very for sales. So their previous manager labeled them as lazy and unmotivated. So what you need to do is to identify the possible needs of the team and create a list of motivational factors. So what you're going to do is to create a list of motivational things that can affect the team so you can achieve better results. Do you have any questions on the activity? Okay, so let's go to the breakout rooms. Very good. Let me just create that. All right, here we go. Perfect. Welcome back. So we're going to start with the first group where it was Daniel Archimedes, Jamie, Jose Alberto Baños. So let's see how it goes.
Do you need a presentation, teacher? Or...
No, just
okay.
what you want to say, yeah.
Okay. Let me see. In many cases, the deficiencies or shortcomings can cause our team to have poor results. For that reason, we create a list of motivational factors with some advice. And number one, the group needs training. Number two, create a bonus system for a goals achieved. Number three, empower the team to give opinions or make decisions. Number four, create healthy competition between the team. Number five, share moments of leisure with the team, such as breakfast or lunches. And number six, optimize the leadership style.
Very good, interesting, very nice list, very good. Congratulations to everybody, thank you. So let's go to the next one, Erica, Jasmine, and Nelson Antonio.
Okay, teacher.
Hello.
Okay, some step I think is maybe a lack of communication and the management didn't have bonuses and lack of leadership. And maybe the problem was the employees. Maybe the problem was the managers. So maybe the people was lazy and motivated. Maybe was the manager. So and also he maybe didn't teach how to work in team.
Okay. Very good, perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, management is very important, leadership, this kind of situations. And next group is Holman, Saul, Lucy, Natalie, and Vanessa.
Okay, teacher. We think that a way to motivate the recruits first is the communication. Improve the channels of communication between the leader and team. And with that you can express the motivation with the team, and it can talk about the situation in the group and improve it. Other could be make a dynamic schedule to organize all the tasks that they have to do, and it can be assigned to different responsibles. And other establish short-term goals and reward. It isn't necessary to only reward the big goals. It's important also to reward the short-term goals in order to start with that. And other could be improve the environment in the company and turn it to the better place to work, and making feel the employees comfortable in the work with different benefits. And the last one is have the steps of how to handle problems in the company. Only that.
Okay, very good, interesting, very nice. Yeah, very good. I really like that. So communication is very important, and of course, all the other factors. Last one is Daniel Antonio Luna, Fatima Aguilar, and Hector Francisco.
Put the first have a meeting with the new team and asking how we can change for work like a team and have goals. And second is create trainings for the employees and incorporating to the participation in the decisions for motivating to grow in the company and want a promote and how and like a manage study and verify the bonus if it's according to the have goals.
Okay. Very good, interesting. Yeah, I have heard very good ideas on this situation. So it's pretty bad that we don't have more time to analyze a little bit more deep, but it was a very good thing. So, and you have very clear ideas on how to motivate people. So let's see how it goes tomorrow on the class. Do you have any questions before we finish? Okay, so we're going to check the attendance, my friends. Let's see. Christian Alexander Arevalo. Daniel Antonio Luna.
Present, teacher.
Good. Daniel Arquímedes Florentino García.
Present.
Good. Erika Yasmin Martínez Carpio.
Present.
Good. Fátima Denise Aguilar Márquez.
Present.
Good. Herman Alexander Durán Linares.
Present.
Good. Héctor Francisco Morales Rico.
Present.
Good. Iván Petrovich Guzmán Aquino.
Present.
Good. Jamie Raquel Escobar Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Holman Saúl Girón Sánchez.
Present.
Good. José Alberto Baños Hernández.
Present.
Good. Carla Lorena Leiva Contreras.
Present.
Good. Kenia Cecilia Ruiz Morán.
Present.
Good. Lucy Natalie Juárez de Ramírez.
Right here.
Good. Manuel Antonio Escamilla Jurado. Nelson Antonio de Rodas Rosales.
Present.
Good. Osvin Alexis Flores Hernández.
Yeah.
Good. Samantha Marisol Campos Flamenco.
Present.
Good. Zulma Janet Ramírez Ábalos. Vanessa Noemí Reyes Lemos.
Present.
Good. David Alexander Rodríguez Sánchez.
Present, teacher.
Good. So the 101 of tonight is for Vanessa, and for the rest, my friends, have a very good night. Rest very well. See you tomorrow and dream in English.
Thank you.
night.
Good night, everybody. See you
Good
tomorrow.
night.
Good night. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Teacher,
Yes.
I think you have a Black Dahlia Murders t-shirt.
Oh yeah. Do you like that?
I listened that I think I think it's dead metal.
Yeah, it's death metal. It's amazing. I really like that band.
It's like deathcore.
Yeah. It's a
But I
death.
think the prince here kind of is the death metal, pero but I think I is that color.
Yeah, it's kind of that good. Yeah, for me, it's also kind of that cool. Yeah.
I know that band for my brother. I love that band.
Yeah, it's a very good one. So, and
It's not common that band. It's not common. It's very real rarely see that t-shirt.
it's true. Yeah, it's not that common, the band, and it's not that common, the shirt. So, yeah, when I saw the shirt, I say I had to have that one. So, very good that you like that one.
Yes, it's okay. Well, good night.
Good night. See you. Hello, Vanessa.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm tired.
Oh, me too.
I just thought about to abandonar, and you said it's time for Vanessa. No.
Yeah, it's true. You are the last one. So yeah, but just a little time. So for first of all, I want to ask you, how do you feel that you're moving on? Do you feel that you are learning, that you are getting something in the class?
Yes, teacher. I think I am learning new vocabulary, and I like the way that you ask what is the meaning of a word and try to well the students try to to say what is the meaning, and also you explain the right meaning. I think with that we can learn more vocabulary in order to try to use it and no try to explain Spanish because we are speaking English. So I think with this dynamic, I think I am learning new vocabulary. So I
Very
like
nice.
the classes and the dynamic that you use with the videos. But sometimes some videos I think I don't understand all the context, but I think the main idea I can understand.
Very nice, very good. So I'm very happy that you like the classes and that you are learning. So, and you have a very good pronunciation and you speak very nice. So you are very good here. So,
Yeah,
and
but I think when I try to talk, I think that I sometimes I don't remember what is the word that I want to say, so I love it now.
that is normal, don't worry. But you have a very good level, so that is very nice. So if you continue, definitely it's going to be very good.
First, God, yes, I want to improve my English because I got a promotion in my work. So in this new position, I need to speak and use more English. So I'm trying to learn more in order to do that.
Perfect. Congratulations on your new position, and that is very nice. Yeah, you need to move on.
Yeah. So the
And
English is important.
yeah, definitely, it's good. Yeah. Do you have any questions about the content or anything that you don't understand?
For the topics,
Mhm.
not sure for the moment. I think that I am understanding. Only, well, I don't enter to the class in the first hour, so I don't know if he's playing about that topic today.
Well, no, everything was kind of new vocabulary things. You can check the video or you can check the book, and if you have questions, of course, you can chat, so we can figure it out.
Okay, but the last topics, I don't know. I think that is all clear. Only is the practice.
Perfect. So I'm very happy that you continue on this one, and please continue. I mean, you will be able to finish very good. So Very
And how
nice.
do you learn English?
I learn English with the music, actually.
With the
Yeah.
metal, or I don't know what is the best.
Yeah, I really like rock music, heavy metal, and things like that one. So I used to translate the songs and I used to sing the songs. And then I spoke English. Of course, to teach, I had to take some courses, but about teaching. And I made some certifications, but the rest, it was just with the music.
Okay, and do you have some page or link or wherever to use it?
Well, that depends. I mean, there are a lot nowadays with the internet. I mean, you can do whatever. So my recommendation is when you find grammar that is difficult for you or situations that are difficult, you can type anything and you are going to find exercises, reading, listenings, many kinds of exercises. And for speaking, for example, you can do many things. For example, if you open a document on Google Sheets, no, Google document, there is an option that it says that you can dictate. So you click on that one and you will be able to put that in English, and then you will be able to dictate and improve your pronunciation. Things like that are good.
Okay, this is a good tip.
Very good.
I
And of
will
course,
try.
yeah, give it a shot. And if you need any other thing, of course, you can chat with me and we can figure it out.
No, okay. Okay, sure.
Okay, Vanessa. It was very good talking with you tonight and see you tomorrow.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
It's a pleasure. Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.